Hi, it is the human operating system time. So after I share the 1850s platform and the momentum signature so forth, and also I show you guys that how that it is possible to track the Wing Chun's technology and evolutions with the ancient writing of Shaolin. And also we can look into the common denominator from the sword strike art of the southern China of Canton. Those are the reference point we can use to see the common denominator of sword strike. I have received a few messages from Europe and United States asking me on the Xiulin Tao sets. So because everybody can see that in the video in my channel on the first part of the Xiulin Tao 1850. So many found out that the 1850 first part Xiulin Tao is very similar to the Xiulin Tao today. And so the question is, how come it is so different? Okay. So my answer is actually they are similarity. However, we cannot look at just form because there's a lot of things inside that. So the Xiulin Tao sets is just a vehicle to develop oneself. The analogy I usually use is, for example, if you have a music, say Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. Now, the same Moonlight Sonata, because different people have a different way of playing it due to different people have different characteristics, they'll have some variations. And also depend on how advanced the skill of playing the piano, then that is a variation again, okay? However, what we need to be careful and to know exactly is the Beethoven, the Moonlight Sonata music, okay? Because if we miss the music, then what we play will not be Beethoven Sonata, Beethoven Moonlight Sonata anymore, but something else, okay? So that is how I explain to all friends who message me, okay? And there are something which is even more basic, which is we need to understand. Is like understand the music of Beethoven. There's basic stuff in the music we need to understand. If we don't understand that, then that is trouble. Actually, we don't know what we are doing, and also we not be able to get result, and also we have no way to know the signature, okay? Because Beethoven is not Mozart, right? So it's like that. Now, so if we speak on the Xiulin Tao set, we need to analyze it or understand it with the momentum, the proper mechanics, and the proper body conditioning. That platform which I keeping mentioned these few days. So you know that the momentum need the support of the proper mechanics, and the proper mechanic need the support of the proper physical or body conditioning state development, okay? Now, so we know it that disregard of what traditional Chinese martial arts the bottom line is the 6 core element, which is the physical body, the mind, the breathing, the chi flow, the use of strength, and the momentum. Okay, disregard of any traditional Chinese martial art, I have summarized it into this category. Okay, so now let's just talk about the first element, the physical element. If we have no idea or we cannot handle this physical element accurately, then for sure we will not be able to handle whatever on the top. Okay, so if we want to be scientific, be able to repeat and be able to have the quality result, we need to know this. Okay, now so today I'd like to share with you based on just this physical. Okay, now the other day I'm talking about rising, sinking, open, and close, right? Now, that sinking, rising, open, and close, or in the Mandarin, 升降开合, is a description of the body conditioning group. Okay? So, in other words, we have the 6 core element. We talk about the physical element. Now, the physical element itself has the rising, sinking, open, and close. Okay, so do other elements. Okay, now that belongs to the body conditioning. Okay, so in body conditioning, we need to know that the 7 bowls, when we talk about the 7 bowls, that is the basic elements for the handling of the body conditioning, because there's physical, right? 7 bowls mean that all these joints, these big joints, okay? Now, if we go one step above, which is the proper mechanics, that is where the 4 handles of momentum come into play. Okay? Namely, this feet, this calf area, this back area, and the shoulder blade, those 4 momentum handles. Okay, you need to have the proper mechanics to do things. And it linked to one thing, which is we always heard about. It is called swallow, spit, float, and sink. 吞吐浮沉. Okay, in Cantonese, that's in Mandarin. In Cantonese is 吞吐浮沉. Okay, so you see, open, close, rising, and sinking. That is with the 7 bowls. That is about the handling of the body conditioning. As for the 4 momentum handles and the floating, sinking, swallow, and spit, that is the proper mechanics. And you have this, the body condition support the proper mechanics to get to the momentum. Okay, so we need to see this. Now, in Xiu Lim Tao, okay, so the first part of 1850 Xiu Lim Tao, which is resembles today's Xiu Lim Tao set. You have that. You need to have that. Otherwise, you will not be able to develop your momentum handling. Okay? Now, if you go to check all the Qi Gong, the real Qi Gong, you always talk about 升降开合. open, close, sinking, and rising. If you talk about Nam Queen, or the southern feast we are into in Canton, you always heard about Tun Tao Fao Cham. Okay? So that's how it is. Okay? Now, you need the 7 bowls to implement this open, close, rising, and sinking. Okay, this is only speak about the big joints, the 7 bowls. Now, you need the 4 momentum handles to implement the swallow, spit, float, and sink. Okay? Now, these stuff are all within Xiu Lim Tao sets. And I want to show you some example. If we do not have this level of handling, it is trouble. Okay? It's not the trouble by my sense, Hendrik's opinion. It is trouble by traditional Chinese martial arts sense. As we know, like in the previous video, we can use other styles to verify what we are practicing. Okay? We can have multiple data points. Now, so the spine, as the other day I shared in my other video, it is actually linked directly to your 7 bowls, and it linked directly to your open, close, rising, and sinking. Okay? Now, the spines is moved like a worm, worm moving. Like the butterfly, the cocoon, the worm moving. It's section by section, okay? So let me share with you, okay? So, when we rise, when we're rising, it is like what? It is like saying your head moving up like this. If you move your head out like that, okay, you move your head out like that, you can feel that your spine is moving with the head. And when you move your head downward, you can feel the spine move with it. Okay, so that minute moving of the spines is called as worm moving. W-O-R-M, the butterfly, the cocoon turn into the worm, and then worm turn to butterfly, that worm, okay? So the big joints is like the snake moving. The small joint like the spine, each of them is like the worm moving. And if we go to the Western medicine and in scientific way, today we know, even babies in the mother's womb, we all do the same. We are doing this type of motion, the spine's moving within our mom's tummy. And when we was born, when we born out to this world, then that movement integrate with the breathing. Okay? So that's why today I share with you this physical stuff is that if that part of the spine do not synchronize with the 7 bowls together, it is not a function practice. Okay? In terms of body conditioning, like this baby, right? Every baby in mom's womb is moving this way. And the breathing, after we were born, it moved with it. So when you do diaphragmatic breathing, okay? Diaphragmatic breathing, okay? If I do, I from the physical element, I add in the mind element and then the breathing element. Then if I do the rising with the deep breathing, you go like this. This is exhale. This is inhale. Okay, so I accelerate so that you can see it. Okay, so it is continuous to do that if we are human in a healthy way. Okay, so that is how the spine, the seven bones, this physical element should move. Otherwise, you cannot make the perfect use of the body, or you cannot make the effective use, not perfect, effective use of the body, because this is the basic. Okay. Now, when you go up to the what do you call that? To the proper mechanics, we have this 4 momentum handles, and then we have this swallow, spit, and then the float and the sink. Well, now the spine play with it too. For example, when we do Biuji this way, this has to move. You don't want to put this square like that and you move this. If you put this square without moving your spine and then you move this, you only move this part. In fact, in reality is when you move this Biuji out, this is moving and your spine is moving with it. Okay? So this is in the proper mechanics. So for example, if we go back to the body conditioning, okay? So we know that this is rising, this is rising, and then this is the sinking, right? Okay. Now, if you look at my spine, it going like that. Okay, when my head go up like that, everybody can try slowly going up like that. You can feel that your spine move with it. If you don't move with it, it gets stuck. And then you're going down, the things move with it. It has to move with it. Okay. If I do this, my spine move with it too. So when we do PUG, in the proper mechanics, if you go one level down to the body conditioning, it is actually doing this kind of stuff. You see? This go up, this follow. This go up, this follow. Okay? So, as in the momentum, we said the short straight arc is just we go inside there, we shoot in. So what happens is that this turns out, when I shoot in, say shoot into you, when I shoot in, this turns out is receiving. You see this receiving. This turn this way while this PUG go up. Okay, so the spine is moving with it. Okay? So in the shooting tao, it is like that. It trains like that because it does train the body conditioning, the proper mechanics, and the momentum, as I explained in the recent video, okay, previous video. So this is the important thing for the practice Yulin Tao. The entire body is moving. That's why it is called what? Willow body, the willow trees, or the snake body. That's what it is. Okay? And without this, you cannot talk about mind power, breathing, chi, kundalini. You cannot touch that without this proper physical body handling in terms of body conditioning and then the proper mechanics. And also that because we have the 7 balls and then the spine move up and down and then sideways, actually you are training the major muscle group, like when we do squat, the back major muscle group. We are not using the spine. The spine is very fragile. That's why we talk about 7 bones. We don't want to talk about spine, because spine is very fragile. You need to develop the major muscle group similar to the squat and the oblique twist. That's why I present that in my book, The Wing Chun Matrix. Okay? So this is the truth of the Siu Lim Tao development in 1850. Okay? And so, like this, mechanics of your spine have to move. You move one arm, the other arm move. This is called Tong Bei Jing. The strength which penetrates the shoulder. It exists in all traditional Chinese martial arts, provided it is a proper martial arts. From north to south, okay? That is what it's supposed to be, okay? So in Siu Lim Tao, you also have like this, hugging, okay? Hugging, sinking. And then you open up sideways, splitting, all those kind of things. The entire body have to move. So when we do this, it's not just this arm. It's actually entire body. You move with it. Okay, so in the basic form is the entire joints. Joint by joints is moving like the snakes move, sliding or the worm moving. And then on top of it, you have the breathing and then the chi flow, those stuff. And then you get the force flow and then you get the momentum. Okay? So let's not just look at form, like, oh, you do this, I do this, hand techniques. No, it is not hand technique, it's the entire body. That's why, because this is the weight, this is the body, it's called Shen Fa. Body method is very important, the body handling and your footwork which is supporting it. Because in short strike art, the first priority is the body, the core, and the footwork. This is secondary. Okay? So that is how it is. And so there are some Wing Chun friends asking me about this Tai Gong, rising the anus and aligning the spine, have the head tilt out like that. Well, you look at that, you know right away those are Tai Chi stuff. Okay? You look at that, you can know that it is not fit or not according to the human nature. Why? As what I said, right? Like the scientifically human. When you move your head like that, your spine moves. When you move your head down, your spine moves. The entire thing has to move. If you say, well, I have the special magic power due to I lifting my anus, I said, what are you talking about? If your spine not moving according to your body, the needs of the physical, you couldn't even breathe. Your body couldn't even function properly. Okay? In Wing Chun, 1850, you don't have those kind of stuff. Those kind of stuff you know right away. You read the Tai Chi Bull and all this kind of stuff, okay? So those are long fist Tai Chi type of stuff. Those are not Wing Chun. Well, sure, people can import that and call it whatever power they want. But you know what? Let's not call it Wing Chun. If, you know, like Bruce Lee, I respect him because he created his Jeet Kune Do and he called it Jeet Kune Do. So if this is Tai Chi stuff, let's not do it, okay? Because if we don't know this open, close, rising, sinking, we don't know this Tun Tao Fao Cham, how are we supposed to make that Siu Lim Tao set work? Okay? Now, so in the recent decades of development, there's a lot of Tai Chi put in this and put in and all kind of things. Sure, everybody is free to do whatever it is. But we need to ask questions. Did that scientifically make any sense? Okay? Knowing that the spines of a baby and the human have to move this way. And also, knowing that if there's the spine movement is not accord to the nature, that qi is not going to move. That breathing is not going to go proper. Okay? So we need to look into things in a scientific way, and we need to understand what is going on, okay, when we look at 小林考 sets. And this is what I'd like to share with you today, because we all of this is feeding into the platform, which is the momentum, proper mechanics, and proper body conditioning. It's not just, oh, you know, I want to lift my anus, oh, I want to have my spine straight, and then I get magic power. If one couldn't even sense, aware of when one move up and down one's head, nodding one's head or lifting one's head, that the spines move, don't call ourselves an internal art guy. Okay? Because that's the first level, the very basic level, the physical level. If we don't even aware of that, how it's supposed to be, what are we doing? Forcing something? So, hopefully, what I share to you today helped, okay? And again, this is not me who make this, present all this thing. I'm just presenting the data. One can always check with the ancient Chinese writing, and one can always look around with different martial arts, multiple data points, and to verify what is going on. So this is for you today.